spending the night at a villager's pavilion. The pillow for his bed is a rock from midstream. The spring from the well bottom flows to a pond through bamboo. The night is half gone, but the guest hasn't slept. He alone hears the mountain rain arrive. Oh, some words from the Dong Dynasty poet Chia Dao. Via the Mike O'Connor translation. To get us started tonight, good evening. Welcome to Poetry Open Mic Asheville. Coming at you live here from Asheville, North Carolina tonight. We're happy to be with you this evening. We want to give extra special thanks to our sponsor, Sovereign Kava. Keeping this mic going for 11 years now, and we're keeping it going. Good. Also, big thanks to Morgan Beissert, our technical director, helping out with all the technical things. Cheers. We appreciate you. I'm going to warm things up with a few more poems, then we'll get some other performers on here. Just want to let everyone know Sovereign Kava is open for business. And we also have a special announcement coming up here in just a little bit. And we're going to check in with Sovereign Kava, have some performances live from the bar tonight. We also have a whole list of virtual, real people, but joining us virtually, performers on the list tonight. We're going to get to them in just a minute here. We've got that link posted. If anyone else wants to join in, just hop in the broadcast studio and we'll get you on the mic here. But we're going to get to these people we got signed up first. Also, please check out this Friday at Sovereign Kava. We've got the Lactones in the house, who you're hearing right now. That's our theme music. You can come see us this Friday, 8 p.m. at the old Sovereign Kava bar. Live music's back. Once again, it's back. So come out and party with us. It's going to be really good to see everyone. Have a good time. Y'all keep staying safe out there, staying alive, doing what we do. Very good. Yes, like I said, the bar is open for business. Go by there. If you're performing, you got a free double shot waiting on you, so check it out right there. Big shout out to all the crew down at Sovereign Kava. Thank you very much, y'all. Much love. Also, letting you know, in upcoming events, we've got on the 26th, we have an event, Poetry Cabaret, my group, the Poetry Cabaret Collective, will be hosting an event at the Center for Creativity and Collaboration here in Asheville. That's on the 26th. There's an open call for submissions. You can participate too, in person or virtually. So check out the Center for Creativity and Collaboration. I believe we have a graphic too for that. We will get posted here in a minute, and we'll throw the link in the comments. So check that out. Lots of good stuff coming up. And what else was I supposed to mention? There's another event. I'll think of it in a little bit. Leave it in the comments if you know before I do. Alright, I'm going to do a few more poems. We'll get some other people on here. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate the likes, comments, and shares. It's good to hear from our viewers. Oh, and if you're just joining us for the first time tonight, I believe I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Caleb Beissert, and it is a pleasure to be your host, keeping poetry and just holding space for performers of all kinds, all people, all forms of artistic self-expression here in Asheville to get together and share on a weekly basis. However we got to do it, we're here for you. So thanks for joining in. All right, this poem's called, these are original, this is called Epistle on the Way of Emptiness. In a day for no reason, chemical loneliness, stark shadows of window panes across the wood floor. I'm with the house plants. The desk is too hard, the chair too upright, the lamp a little too harsh. I write to Neely Cherkovsky. I hear a child saying hello outside in the middle of the night, then realize it's a cat. A cyclone of car and distance. Neely, I'm afraid of the attic as a child. I'm surrounded by books I can't understand. The museums are full of empty vases. Neely, the wind chimes don't make any sound here. I can't find a single poet in the coffee shops. Tell me it was all dream. And of course that one goes out to my dear friend Neely Tchaikovsky in San Francisco. Hi. This is Beside the Blue Highway of Death. I also want to send out all of this to Richard Jarrett, who's been a wonderful mentor and friend, and who has seen many versions of these poems. Thanks for putting up with it. Beside the Blue Highway of Death. Basket full of tomatoes rolls across open ocean, flakes of green boards, and on the back of a truck sits a shoeless boy, holding on with one hand and eating a tomato like an apple, the juice and tiny seeds on his white t-shirt, slight smell of dust as they go by. Next, the chicken truck. A pillow fight, trailing tail feathers that drift to the ground slower than rocks and straw, and slower than the dust kicked up by the truck. In Kansas, it's lucky to see a hill. If you don't pay attention, you'll miss them, but they are there. My watch doesn't seem to work out here by this roadside truck stop. I've nowhere to be. No cargo to pull. Eating a pimento cheese sandwich. A red station wagon rolls by, eyes the color of Midwest sky and thick-rimmed glasses. A black lab in the back looks at me as they go. I watch until they become fragments of the horizon, then disappear below it. And slowly, I take another bite of the sandwich and chew it. All right. How y'all doing out there? Y'all out there? Yes, you are. Thank you for the comments. Appreciate y'all sending the comments in. We got the link right there for performers. Just follow that link. Enter the broadcast studio, enter your name and all that, and enter the broadcast studio. And say hi. We got Morgan Beissert on standby, happy to help with any technical issues. Also, everyone remember to check out Sovereign Kava. They're open tonight. We're showing the live stream down there. So hi, everybody. What's up? Yes, good to see some friends down there. All right, out there, everywhere. This is how to overcome stage fright. 1. Live where language is forgotten. Words you speak become the nonsense speech of dreams. Scorpions remain hidden. Metaphors sting worse. 2. Fugitive images so few have seen can never be saved. The tragedy of our tongues lays waste to what we've gained. 3. Once we grew hands that worked for us. Fine networks flowered in new kinds of art. Words erased in decaying air. There's still beauty in art that remains hidden. Left in remote caves. Forgotten in attics. Abandoned in back alleys by trash cans and chain link fences. 4. Speak. Out of that star fire of thousand lamp darkness, into the moon hearts of eyes you can't see. My strange voice howls with poetry. At least one friend understands. Oh, yes. It is a wintry night here in the mountains of Asheville, North Carolina. And we got some rain moving in here. But you know, we're keeping it warm. We're keeping it heated up here with some open mic for y'all. So y'all enjoy. I just got a couple more. This is called Air and Space Museum. On top of the stone steps, through glass doors that spin, jetliner cut open, autopsied, blue seats, buzzard eye, yellow lights. Want to see the lunar lander wrapped in gold foil, a big toy I'm not allowed to touch. More stairs, another room. The Enola Gay, my mother whispers to me. And this is called Johnson's Small Fruit Farm. The old man at Hump Mountain said Mr. Johnson passed last night. He'd been sick for a while. Miss Johnson says she's done with the farm. I remember picking raspberries the size of strawberries, buckets full of blueberries, crisp apples that snapped when you bit into them. They didn't grow watermelons. No jackfruits hang in that mountain orchard. No cantaloupes. All right. Happy Tuesday. Happy Groundhog's Day. It just is the whole, it really feels like Groundhog's Day. Just this whole thing here. All right. While the still stones whisper in my ears, climbing the mountain, more brilliant falling leaf like a silent dervish still spinning. Mind of resurrection, infantile dialect, reasoning, experiencing. The old seafarer watches the storm wash in. A different wind drives the tides and moon, pulls and rises, drifting through pure existences. 1,000 alligator pits swarming, made angry by red meat. 406 burning blue windows to worlds in soft midnight exploding. One nation under frog, hyper divisible, with eggs and a side of ketchup. Woo! Good evening, y'all. Emery's. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. Very nice, y'all. Thanks for joining in tonight. What's up? It's open mic. We're gonna get our performers going here tonight. Let's see. We got Steven in the house, and Christopher, and a few other people. Excellent. Very good. All right. We got Steven's ready to go here. And it's been a while since we've seen Steven. It's great to see him back in the virtual house tonight, and that's one of the beauties of this virtual open mic is we can get together with fine people like these folks who are not in Asheville with us right now. So it's great to reunite on the mic and hear some poetry. So let's fly in Steven tonight, all the way from Argentina, and that's a long way over there. So y'all are gonna have to make a whole bunch of noise for Steven to hear you. So I don't care that it's virtual. I know some of y'all sitting down at the bar right now, and even if you're at home on the couch, I want you to jump up and down, scream and shout, spin around, clap your hands, blow a vuvuzela, and make some noise for Steven Energia.
Hey, Caleb.
Steven, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Am I coming
Yeah.
through all right?
Coming through loud and clear. It's good to see you, Steven.
Great.
How are
Good.
things?
Good to see you too. Things are pretty good. I'm actually back in the
Oh.
U.S. as
Hmm.
now.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
up
Welcome
in.
back.
Thanks. I'm up in Champaign, Illinois.
Okay.
So I'm.
Champaign, Illinois in the house.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice.
It's funny. For a while, we had been having a less wintry winter than y'all had been having down in the South.
Right.
But as of yesterday, we finally have got into some serious winter storms.
You got it. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's been snowing since maybe 2 a.m. From like yesterday night till this morning,
Oh, wow.
and
So,
and until it really hasn't really stopped snowing. It's been light, but we've accumulated maybe about a foot.
okay, that's good. That's good. Well,
Yeah,
it looks like the power's on, so that's good at least.
yeah, yeah. I was actually I've been having a bit of issues with my signal, but I was worried that during this storm that we were just going to lose power and I wouldn't be able to be here at all. So I'm
Yeah.
relieved.
Well, I'm glad
So
it's working out, and I'd say we take the opportunity and read some poetry. I know you brought some old and some new for us tonight. Is that right?
yeah, yeah, I
Excellent.
did. It's so hard to keep track of what I have and haven't read. I know at least one of these poems I haven't read here before because I
Cool.
I made it pretty recently, and the others I'm really not sure which ones I have, and which ones I haven't.
All
I've
right.
got two short poems and a number of sonnets, and at least some of them will be new.
All right. Well, I'll let you know which ones you've read here before, and we'll penalize you for that afterwards.
All right. I'll just like give up my free kava.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, we wouldn't do that to you. We
Hear
wouldn't
that?
do that
Well,
to
I still haven't I
I
still
think you
really
have a
haven't.
few. You have a few free covers waiting on you
Yeah,
when you come
I was
back to
gonna say I
visit.
still haven't really figured out how to collect on the kavas.
Got to come visit Asheville
Yeah,
until we open a location near you.
yeah, oh, that'd be fun.
Cheers. Well,
Cheers.
cool. I'm gonna sit back and listen, and so happy you could be here. And thanks for bringing the poems. Everyone, give it up one more time for Steven.
Thank you. Oh man, I'm so glad to be here. It feels like a bit of a homecoming, and I also haven't really just had the chance to read my poems in quite a while. To open it up, I'll start with a shorter poem. I've been working on it a little bit on and off for a while, but I revised it a month ago, and this is like one of the more recent poems I've worked on. Saudade. Oh, no, saudade is a word from Portuguese, which is a kind of like deep and painful, like yearning or sense of loss for something that basically is something that you can't reach. And I learned it through training capoeira. A lot of the folkloric songs in capoeira talk about saudade. So it's just like again this yearning, longing feeling that doesn't exactly have a translation in English. Saudade. Days like these I echo. Echo what? High voltage. Missing those currents, I YouTube capoeira workouts. Impulse my body to again sing across tile. My lower lumbar, my rotator cuff, they pop Morse code. Not yet. All right, the next poems are a group, and they're going to take up the majority of my time here tonight. Um, I know I've read some of these, but not all of them, I think. They are a collection of sonnets. It's from a series I'm working on called Sonnets Towards Honesty. They're eventually going to be hopefully a full sonnet crown, and they are just an exercise in trying to get myself to start bringing out the unspoken aspects of a lot of my more personal or more confessional poems. I'm trying to get myself to finally say what's been living in the background of a lot of my work, but that I've struggled to acknowledge. And some of that's bigger secrets, some of it's smaller. I'll let the poem speak from here. Sonnets towards honesty. 1. I violin my slurpy, straw on lid, a nasal ode, all chalkboard, styrofoam. The straw belts out fluorescent notes, cherry-flavored melodies, and luscious snowmelt. Which story am I in? My best friend jokes over my concerto, or the straw gawks from a sea turtle. The cashier smiles, asks about school as the bill swells. She tears each kid with tender snark. Which story? ICE agents detain cashiers nationwide. Snarl, it may seem, on company whim. Reaper through stores who've sued corporate. This much I know. Every story hides another story. What have I been running towards and from? 2. What have I been running towards and from? Fandoms, potlucks, card tables, my patient grave. A pastry sensual drip, flavors kissed gone. The shirts that don't fit, the folds I'm taught to hide. More beaming friends, more wailing friends, more beautiful nerds holding each other. A half-made website. The long hikes end. My UTI treatment bill. I have been running towards my people. A region, tilde, nombre, foothold, pride, lovers, mentors, circles turned sour, my home-trapped mom. New breweries, cappuccinos, housing kissed gone. My Eris struggling role, that half-clipped wing. I've been running from my people. Kids learning soccer, the state's bloodied walls. 3. Kids learning soccer, the state's bloodied walls. Nothing in the world comes out of context, but context gets spun. Fox and friends would claim stories of kids playing soccer refute blood on the walls. And haven't you sometimes wanted to believe in a world where fruit trees don't finger their roots through earth fertilized by stolen dead? Where prisons keep you safe and not stocked on faded jeans? Haven't you ate your cake and hid it too? Everything in context. Kids play soccer. Officials show them off. Someone cuts the deal. Someone builds the cage. A few friends beaming. Another one bound. 4. A few friends beaming. Another one bound. And I can't decide what to say right now. How Javi's big brother Angel hit me up from a cell's practice cold. Messaged me back many halogen burnt nights, and I let a fluttering bond dwindle. Let years mushroom between us when I had my choice of time. How I've smiled at men with badges leering from their chest, spoke sweet. How I swept down my throat any doubts, whited my way on through. That's dishonest. I had no doubt to bury. You learn what you wear. I wore white well. I ate my cake, closed my windows as eager badges haunted my neighbors. 5. As eager badges haunted my neighbors, I slept in. I caught a show where cops swooped down, just as hot on their belts, the cops hot on and off duty. I cop and robbered. I robo-copped. Angel showed me that one. He punishered. He terminated. Soaked up all those rough and tumble beats. That crime and punishment porn until one evening, 4th of July, they came copping at the kitchen door. It's a search, they said, battering the door. Wanted his brother, knew he was here. Angel, maybe 13 then, obstructed. The cops raptured his arm. I watched Angel shriek. I stood for the pledge. And then finally, I have one more poem to kind of like refresh the air a bit and maybe palate cleanse a bit before the next performer. This is a sillier project I've been working on. I'm trying to write poems that are, instead of self-portraits, are trying to be auditions under different personas. This is Audition as Hans Zimmer. The story before the music is a great ship sailing without the sea. I make oceans of sound, waves of string and synth, drum lines and choirs that know when to swell, to wash the world in their architected textile, and when to fade behind the scene. I am the keeper of French horns swelling, of rise after rise, and melodies that lift the ear from reality. Anything played right can fit the music. Even a clock's tick can move the blood in your body. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you. I'm so glad I could be here and read with y'all, and I'm glad that the tech worked out so that y'all can hear me.
Absolutely, me too, man. Yeah, and I'm digging the sonnets towards honesty.
Thank you.
So yeah, thanks for coming by and sharing. It is great to see you, and yeah, I hope we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, I'll come by soon. One of these days, hopefully one of these days I'll be able to visit.
Totally, that'll be great. I look forward to it, and Stephen, good luck weathering the winter storm.
Thank you, and good luck with the winter weather y'all are having too. I know y'all had a huge storm a couple weeks ago, right?
Oh yeah, we had a pretty good amount of snow here for Asheville. Yeah, shut everything down, had some ice and stuff. So yeah, it's been cool, literally.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Cool, man. We'll catch up with you again soon, Stephen. Thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you. Take care.
Absolutely. Everyone give it up one more time for Stephen. And you got it locked to Poetry Open Mic Asheville, coming at you live from Asheville, North Carolina, USA. Thanks for being with us tonight. We love holding this space for poets and people of all kinds to get together and share your talent, your creativity, and all that good stuff. Speaking of creativity, be sure and check out the Center for Creativity and Collaboration, and we'll be hosting an event with them, with the Poetry Cabaret Collective, on February 26th, and you can join in to check out the Center for Creativity and Collaboration for more. We got the link posted for you, and y'all check it out. It's going to be a great time, February 26th. All right, let's see. Moving on here. We got some people coming up next. Who do we got? Okay. All right. Cool. We are going to Christopher T. George next, who is from Liverpool, England, and joining us tonight from Delaware. And it's always good to see Christopher on the mic. Let's give him a big old hand and welcome him. Give it up, y'all. All right, good evening, Christopher.
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good. It's good to see ya. How are things tonight?
Okay. Most of the snow here has disappeared, but we are expecting something sloppy, maybe sleet and stuff, Friday into Saturday. And I was hoping to go down to Baltimore and stay overnight down there, which is the same thing I was hoping to do last week, but wasn't able to because of the snowstorm last week. So
Yeah,
you know.
it just keeps coming at you.
yeah, and I have a number of things that I want to sell down there. You know, I'm a collector of vintage postcards, and I have a postcard here that might interest Stephen.
Oh yeah.
You recognize the picture? I think Stephen will know who that is. There was a musical written by Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber. Don't know? You're not a musical
I don't know.
Broadway guy?
West Side Story.
No, it's a Vita.
I obviously don't.
It's a Vita. Ava
Okay.
Perón,
Ah,
played by Patti LuPone on Broadway, and I was able to see her in the original production.
amazing. So so is that an original postcard? So that would be from
Yeah,
how
yeah.
old- That's
She's also on the red stamp there, and the postmark says August 1952. So I was
fascinating.
4 years old when that was, and this is the famous Liver building in Liverpool, one of the most famous, iconic buildings on the waterfront, and and this is actually the what we call the Three Graces, and you can see in this one. That's the Liver building, and the Mersey Docks and Harbour Board building is this one, and the Canard building, which is often used for movies. In fact, it's used. There was a thing called Florence Foster Jenkins that was a movie made with Meryl Streep and Hugh Grant, and they used the Canard building, the third of the Three Graces, to be built as the place where she lived. But it was subbing for New York, and similarly, where I lived in Baltimore, the section where the Washington Monument is often subs for Paris because it's very elegant, and so.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I guess that happens a lot in movies and stuff.
right.
So how much does an old postcard like that go for?
I don't know. I've been trying to give away some of these things and sell them and whatnot. This is St. George's Hall, which dates to 1854, and they held.
That's an old postcard.
They held. Yeah, this is from first decade of the 20th century.
Oh, okay.
So it should be worth something. And I sold my stamp collection to an outfit, I don't know, in Texas or somewhere like that. Cost me $20 to send it to them, and they said, "Oh, we'll send you a check, and if you choose to cash the check, that's the money you'll make for sending your stamp collection." Well, the check was for $20. So I didn't make a effing thing.
Yeah.
But
that's a bummer.
At least it's not hanging around here.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I thought old stamps could be worth a lot though, but who
Well,
knows?
I don't know whether
Depends on what you have, I guess.
I don't know whether the flora's dropped out of the market or something. I mean, I have sold coins and made money on them, and one of the things that I was hoping to do on Friday, if I made it down to Baltimore, was to sell some coins to a coin company that I know.
Indeed. Fascinating. Well, did you bring any poems tonight?
I certainly did.
Cool. Poems about postcards and coins?
No, as it happens, I have one about an old graveyard.
Okay.
Which was next to the library in Ricestown,
I love
where
old
I live.
graveyards.
I love them too.
Mm-hmm.
And I've given a couple of presentations about Harriet Tubman, and she lived till about age 90. We're not sure exactly when she was born, 1820, 1825, and she herself didn't know. And so we estimate when she was born, and she lived till 1913. So she was about 90 when she died. But if you go around an old graveyard, it's amazing the number of grave markers for children that don't even make it out of maybe being an infant.
Right.
And so we're damn lucky today to live to, Betty White living to almost 100, for example,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's an amazing time of medical advances to live in. So, yeah. Well, very cool, Christopher. You're just a well of information, and it's fascinating. And truly, Harriet Tubman, what an incredible life.
Well, yes, she was, and
years,
what I didn't know was that she knew John Brown, and that she fought with the Union troops in South Carolina.
What?
And helped free slaves in South Carolina. And
on the front lines,
John
in every
Brown,
way.
John Brown called her General Tubman, which tells you the regard that she had for him.
Indeed.
For her, I should say.
Yeah.
So
fascinating. Well, wonderful. Thank you for that, Christopher. We'll turn it over to you now for the poetry. But as always, thank you for being here, and everyone make some noise for Christopher T. George.
Thank you, everyone. And before I get off the old postcard thing, here's a postcard from Virginia. That's Tarleton's Oak. And Tarleton was the British commander at the Battle of Cowpens that I talked about last week. And presumably this oak tree is still standing, still growing in Virginia. I think it's near Charlottesville. So this poem that I'm going to begin with is called The Old Graveyard in Ricestown, and I actually have retitled it At Hezekiah's Grave. I see no flag on Hezekiah's snow-drifted grave. A carved angel shepherds the rain-worn inscription, the story of the old blacksmith's long fight against illness. Hezekiah, who has lain here decaying 120 winters. The library patrons beyond the boundary wall take no notice of the lichen-blotched tombstones. They hurry past, mounded with books, weighted with wisdom. They coax life from the cold engines of their station wagons and lurch away into the night. Will no one except me look for meaning in these minor Rosetta Stones, the carvings of wheat sheaves, of hourglasses, of death's heads, the lives lived and died in this Maryland village? Must their lessons be washed into the ground unread? And I'm going to also read a couple of other poems by a couple of my poet friends at the same time. That was published 1979. I was a member of the Maryland State Poetry Society. And the particular poem that I just read you about Hezekiah's grave won an honorable mention in the Maryland contest. Also getting an honorable mention was Marilyn McComas with this poem, Baltimore, The New Aesthetics. We've bulldozed obsolescence from this inner city ring of grime, sanitized, time-grooved retail promenades, uprooted ennui by its haunches, curbed the porno rage, excised crisis from the local lingo. The arts are everywhere, culture copyhold in offices that polka dot downtown. Canvases vibrate, a born-again impetus rising from pallets. Leotard meets violin on impromptu free admission stages. Outside, a health food snackery. Each water hydrant sports a happy face. Each phone pole posts a hanging flower pot. Printing presses catalogue Endeavour's renaissance. Time to plummet pessimism to the depths, along with sewage. Stately, noble architecture, awake and gleam again. Your populace lies safe and snug in eider downs tonight, rededicated to aesthetics. And again, that was by Marilyn McComas. And I'll also read another one by Joan Cousins Sauer. This is called Empty House. There's an empty old house by the side of the road, with its windows and doors all gone. There's an empty old barn standing nearby the house, with its roof open to the dawn. When you look through the house, you can just visualize how it was in its bygone day, when a family lived there with its joys and its cares, and the barn filled with cows and hay. There is nothing so grim as an empty old house that's abandoned to time and rain. All the hopes and dreams of the people within can be heard in the wind's refrain, and the empty shell stands to be seen as we pass, and it catches our mind and eye. What a sad, lonesome sight by the side of the road. What a way for a house to die. And this same year, 1979, I just read Sylvia Plath, and that really kicked my poetry into a different dimension. And I happened to win 2 prizes in the Maryland State Poetry Society contest that year. One for a poem about Sylvia Plath. I've read it here before, but I think it bears reading again. Sylvia Plath, like a lost child, she stirs out from the winter trees, dreaming nightmares of boxes, of hooks, of bees, of the void beyond consciousness, dreaming of the hurricane of 38 and the wild sea raging against grandfather's retaining wall, of the tempest in her mind that drove her like a wave into the crawl space below her house, dreaming of the terrible silence, of the maggots on her face like pearls, and how the pain only oozed through later in her writing like blood, dreaming how Ted Hughes came to her, fellow hungry poet, and of how he left her, and how poetry flowed then, flowed as she'd never known it, luminescent, bitter as cyanide, gnawing at the bone of existence, edging her toward disintegration and the repeat horror of an asylum, dreaming how incredibly calm she was as she turned on the taps of the gas oven and she laid her head down, and of how the soft hiss of gas reminded her of the sea. And let me finish with this one. This one is about my father. He passed away April 15th, 1979 at the age of 64. I've just turned 74. So I think about that a lot. My father only made it into his mid-60s. And that also happened to be my maternal grandfather's birthday. He was born in 1892 and lived to the age of 94. So my father made a statement to me about my poetry that I seem to be obsessed with death. Well, what else is a poet to be obsessed with but death? Anyway, Daddy, this was the poem that I wrote about you. Blizzard. The world is unruly with white. It seems doubtful if we'll ever find the road again. In the city, everyone is looting. The law of children reigns. They are running through the basilicas, kicking an old man in the street. His Roman nose is a bloody pulp. A2, A2, A2. Winter rages in our living room. The cancer cells in my father have been running wild all winter, in his lung and in his blood. The seams of his pajamas cut into him like knives. He resembles Almighty Caesar. The physicians and the senators stand by and watch him fall, bend over him, listening with the stethoscopes as he coughs blood. A2, A2, A2. He's like a parcel of bones, waiting for the archaeologist's trowel, waiting for the looters, the grave robbers, to steal everything. There are too many knives. Every wound is fatal. The vast shoulder of snow heaves against the house. We can't open the door. We are sealed in this box forever. Thank you, Caleb, and everyone.
And thank you, Christopher. Good stuff. Thank you very much. And nice to hear the your Sylvia Plath poem again.
Yep.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Definitely worth another read. All right, Christopher, we'll see you again next time. Thank you so much for being here and for all your support.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Caleb, and thank you, Morgan, too.
Of course. Indeed. Thank you, Christopher. Cheers, y'all. Yes, indeed. And it's Poetry Open Mic Asheville coming at you tonight from Asheville, North Carolina here. I want to remind y'all about the Lactone show this Friday at Sovereign Kava. Also, coming up, we have, that was what I was supposed to mention. It's February, meaning that, submissions are now open for Redheaded Stepchild magazine. It's an online publication that I co-edit, and you can find the submission guidelines on the website redheadedmag.com. We're open the whole month of February for submissions. One catch is we only take work that has already been rejected by other magazines. If you're a writer like me, you've got plenty of rejects. So send them our way. We like to show that there's still a home for work that doesn't make the first cut, and a lot of times it's pretty fucking fantastic work. Check it out, redheadedmag.com. We're open for submissions this month. Appreciate it. Also, check out Sovereign Kava, our sponsor here in Asheville. Open right now for Kava and all other sorts of weird and wonderful things. So check it out down at the bar. Also, we really appreciate the comments from everyone. It's so great to hear from our viewers. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I think we have some comments. There's some comments for Steven and Christopher here. And yes, very good. Keep commenting. We'd love to hear from our viewers. It's great to see the conversations that happen here, and the poetry talk, and the joshing around and all that stuff. It's really good. We appreciate it. So keep the comments coming, folks. Thank you very much. We appreciate all the likes and shares as well. Yes, we do have, we got an announcement coming up here in just a little bit. But we're going to go to some other performers first, because we still have a bunch of performers coming at you tonight. It's so good to see everyone in the virtual house here. We got some new faces tonight, too. That is always wonderful. We love welcoming new friends up to the mic to share. So thank you all for participating. Next, let's see, we're going to Liza next. So let's see if we can bring them in. And y'all gonna have to make a whole bunch of noise, though. Y'all know how this works. Give it up. Hi there.
Hello.
Hey, Liza. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. Good. How are you doing this evening?
I'm a little nervous. So this is only my second time ever, and I didn't rehearse this stuff at all.
Great. Wonderful. Well, hey, I'm glad you're getting out there and doing it. And we certainly welcome people, and I think a little nervousness is all right. That makes it real. It's you taking it seriously. It's good. It's a good thing. It's just energy. But thanks for being here tonight. Where are you joining us from?
West Asheville.
Oh, hell yeah, West Asheville in the house. We love West Asheville. Cool. Well, very good. Well, you can get your free kava and all that
I'll
stuff.
I'll come by there on another night. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back to the in-person soon. So yeah, come hang out with us. But glad you could join us here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You bring a couple poems to share, or
I did. Mm-hmm.
Cool deal.
So actually a lot of these are around dating and different relationships, and
that's appropriate for the time of year. Yeah.
So this one's called Date Night.
All right, we'll turn it over to you. Thanks, Liza.
Okay, here, I guess I'm on. I can't see. There we go. Okay. So date night. Basking in sweetness, smile like the sunrise, with your eyes deep blue, gazing into my energy field, unwinding and inviting me so far in. Swimming in your heart through your words, I'm pleasantly surprised, transported into deep presence in the masculine divine. That was the first one. And this one's on co-parenting. Is it a hopeless pipe dream that we could co-create in this way? I'm questioning my morality more by the day. The positivity has long disappeared from view. I'm right and you're wrong has become the story. Trying to correct it's but a fury. Families crumble and fall. I will be there for my daughter through it all. I love you means different now. As the father of my girl, hope you soon figure out how to be happy. This one is called On Dancing. Let your body go, out of your head. Drop mind into body. What does it want? How can it move or be still to convey what the soul says? Making a show, display for others? Forget it. You are dancing for you, choosing connection from a deeper knowing, according to the flow of designing your dance with your body in charge. This one is called On Connection. Lit from the flow up, you could have my heart toe up. The fire burns deep into old wounds. Walking through it together, we transform the old programs, seeking communion in love in our highest vibrations, coming together, bodies melting into one, riding this boat through paradise, on your lips, lips on mine, traversing my deepest longings, bringing them to the surface. As one magical wish is met after another, can I stay here forever? Or will my anxious mind grasp too tight and ruin it all? Will the whole thing fall? Planting my feet on the ground, feeling my roots, nothing can shake this essence. Burning bright, phoenix style, I tend my fire bright all through the night. My divinity is enough for me. I don't need a validation. To exist is simply enough. This one is on heartbreak. The words came through my ears. I got lost in my tears, throat tight, confirming my worst fears of abandonment. Sinking feeling in my chest, a heavy weight bearing down. I feel my creativity leaving. Life force is bleeding out. Take back everything you said. I was misled. Your words meant everything. I heard what I had always longed for, cherished and adored. Turned out to be a fantasy, not grounded in reality. My heart became a modern calamity. I'll pick up the pieces once more as I close the door to my heart for now, taking a vow for protection. All right, I think that's enough for this evening.
Nicely done. Thank you, Liza.
Thank you for hearing that out. It feels good to put it out.
Absolutely, right? It's great. It's great to put that stuff out there. Yeah. Yo, get it out through poetry. I love it. Thank you so much for joining in, and hope to see more of you, Liza.
Yeah, I'm gonna come and get my free drink.
Yeah, do it. You can go. They're open tonight and tomorrow and every day. So check it out.
Right. Cool.
All right. Thanks a lot, Liza. Y'all give it up one more time for Liza from here in West Asheville. Cheers. Woo! Good stuff, y'all. That's what we do here. We love welcoming new people to the mic. I think we got another new one coming up too. So, yes, it is a good night. Thank you so much for being with us. We love doing this for y'all. Poetry Open Mic Asheville. We've been going for 11 years here in Asheville, in person and virtually, and keeping the vibe alive and holding that space for artistic creativity within the community here. Thanks for being part of it. And indeed, support Summer Kava. We got the Lactones there on Friday and lots of other good stuff. Happy hour every day at 7. So check it out. There's a lot more good stuff coming up there soon. Indeed. Coming up next on the mic tonight, I believe we have Valentine. Is that right? Cool. Oh, we had some comments though. I want to make sure we get to our comments because we love hearing from the viewers. So yeah, we had a bunch of comments here for Liza. Very good, folks. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Also keep in mind that the Redheaded Stepchild magazine submissions are open this month. Check those out at redheadedmag.com. Awesome, y'all. Thank you for all the comments. Y'all are amazing. Love it. Feeling the love. All right. Let's check in with Valentine. Y'all gonna have to make a whole bunch of noise though. I already told you. There we go. Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Welcome to the poetry open mic. And it is Valentine. Did I say that right?
It's Valentine, like the
It is
holiday.
Valentine.
Yeah.
Okay, we were debating.
Yeah,
So-
it was pretty close.
glad I
didn't get
asked.
to Valentine a lot though.
No, I like that. Valentine. Very good. Well, thank you for being here tonight. And where are you joining us from?
Utah.
Utah in the house. Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. I like Utah. I've been out there once or twice. The Zion National Park's out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful place.
I've never been, but I've heard. Living in Utah, you'd think that I would have. But
Well, it's a big state, too. So, but go sometime if you can. Anyway, you bring some poems tonight. What you bring for us?
I brought quite a few. So
Awesome.
I'll try to squeeze
Cool.
it in my little 10-minute gap.
Yeah, you got 10 minutes. So let's rock it. I'll go ahead and turn it over to you. Everybody out there, make some virtual applause for Valentine.
Right. This one is called Naive. As a child, I didn't really know. Going through others' journals was a huge no, for I was naive and went through the pages and found out she didn't want me. She wanted a boy for ages. Is that why I crave to be wanted? The desperation for constant approval has left me haunted. If only I could take it back, but I wouldn't want to go back to the life I had. My entire childhood, I just wanted her love, but I was just never good enough. With her always out and about, my heart stayed tormented and stuck in a drought. I fought hard to try and get out. Eventually I got away, but the desperation of being wanted still has stayed. For that moment when I was naive, that's when it formed my ability to overthink. And this one is called Say. It'll get easier one day. At least that's what others say. So you're telling me that my thoughts will go away. My overthinking, this hurt, this numbing pain. At one point, I'll see more than the gray. Tell me how you've healed from always feeling afraid. How did you get past the longing ache? Let me try and portray just a fraction of where the voices came. Alone, abandoned, neglected, and abused, I'm sorry for those who have been used. The feeling of wanting to just get away, the longing to take yourself out of the future someday. It doesn't get better day by day, but if you let yourself love you, it's easier to sit with the pain. I started to love me and it's kind of gone away, at least for now, hoping it's not just me who stays. I just want to honestly say I've gotten better and I'm no longer afraid. And then this one is called Words. I hate that you can hear your own demons screaming in your head. Meanwhile, you're just trying to go to bed. All of the quiet in the background, hearing them louder with every sound. How do I make them go away? I listen to music and they still stay. How do I word it to talk it out when only the wrong words seem to come out? The little voices in my head just keep bothering me instead. I finally have this time to rest, but the voices decide they'd like to protest. I'm exhausted hearing the screams. Every noise is triggering me. Closing my eyes, all I see is red. I'm stuck paralyzed and lost in my head. Most of the time, I can't hear what they say, just mumbling inside of my brain. I don't even know what's wrong, just left here with this aching throb. I don't know why I am this way, and no dry throat to put the voices away. So for now, I'll have to stay until I can portray words to explain how I'm overwhelmed with this ugly stain that contain all the voices inside of my brain. And this one is called Memory. It's a little bit longer. Healing from the past feels so far from me. I wish I could just close my eyes and it would leave. The memories that I can't seem to forget. I thought trauma messed with that part of your head. I can't remember most years in between, but somehow what I can keeps harassing me. I can't seem to be around my family. Being around them triggers me. I love them, but it's hard. They saw what I went through, everything that happened that's left me scarred. But they just sat there as I attempted to enter a graveyard. How can I forget they just left me there? I know they noticed. I saw them stare, but they'd rather watch me be taken in by healthcare. They chose to not help take care. It's so unfair. I was stuck in that life. I had picked apart so many knives to try and enter the afterlife, so I took a stand to save myself because to others I was just another book left alone on the shelf. I want to be a part of that family, but they get upset whenever I leave. The audacity they have to think they can receive more love than they ever gave me. I'll heal from the past without any of that make-believe. I'll achieve my dreams, and I don't want to hear a damn thing about how they believed in me. I have one more. This one's called Write It. I ask myself why I write these lines, just taking a new what if in this life. It might not take me far, no, but it does help my people to know where my mind lingers off to and goes. When I write, the voices are silent, just the right words explaining how I feel in the moment. They don't have a single thing to say, so I keep writing to keep them at bay. It sucks when there are no words left in my thoughts. When will the words come back and spark to take me somewhere safe to park so I can release all of this hurt in my heart? It's unhealthy to put my feelings away. I found a safe place for my mind to go astray. At least I do something with the ache, finally attempt to take a break. I write these poems, others say they are a waste, but right here is where I can erase. Not the worst, ideal safe space. Writing my emotions somewhere has a refreshing aftertaste. That's everything for now.
Awesome. Thanks, Valentine.
Yeah,
Good
thanks for
stuff.
having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing with us. And yeah, taking part in a little poetry community. It's good.
My first time, so I was very nervous. I was like,
Oh,
my
really?
gosh.
Well, you did fantastic. Thank you, Valentine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's good stuff. There's a whole world of poetry out there. You meet wonderful, strange, and interesting people.
For sure.
Right. All right. Thank you, Valentine. And yeah, do come back and join in again.
I will. Thank you.
Awesome. We'll see you next time. Take care. Y'all give it up one more time for Valentine, all the way from Utah tonight. Give it up. Woo! Yes, indeed, folks. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're live here in Asheville. We got some more performers coming at you next. Let's see. Do we have Josh? Josh? We might not have Josh. We'll come back to Josh then. Do we have Sovereign? Sovereign's in the house. Hold on, we might have somebody here for you. Indeed. Yes, I believe we do have Sovereign. Alright, we're gonna check in with our friends down at the Sovereign Kava bar tonight. And yeah, we love these people. It's always good to see them, so I want everyone to give a big hand. We got Chris Medrano down there at Sovereign Kava. Everyone give it up.
All right, hey everybody.
Well, good evening. Good evening. Can I get a Kava over here? Can somebody deliver me a Kava? Hello? We might have lost Sovereign there. Okay. All right. Well, it's always a fun time down at Sovereign Kava, as you can see. And we'll come back to Sovereign and see if we can get that happening here in just a moment. Y'all hang loose and keep it locked here for more Poetry Open Mic Asheville. Very good. All right.
Who's that riding? Hey, who's that riding?
Here's a poem about snow.
Hey, who's that riding?
Attention. The snow revealed how many fallen trees in the gully. No power lines or houses on which to fall. The rare, unused land in the midst of hurried city noise. They didn't make a sound because nobody heard. The animals in the forest knew. but we didn't notice. Sleeping, distracted by the wires and buildings. I feel like there's more to that one. Indeed. All right. This one seems appropriate. Wood stove. I think about each piece of wood I place on the fire, the life it once had, the moss still growing on the bark, how it will be changed back into all, the ash flakes scattering from the stovepipe over the yard, the garden. The trees have a point of view we cannot fathom, though I was one once. The roots are still there, out in the forest, sprouting trumpets and oysters. In the fire in the old cabin, the wood speaks, hisses, in the dance of flame. Seasons of sunlight and rain stories, released to the slow breath of the wind. Very good, and we do have Sovereign connected now. It looks like. Okay, cool. We're going to fly back over to Sovereign Kava right here, just down the street in ASHEViLLE, North Carolina. And by the way, thank you everyone for the comments. We had a bunch of comments there for Valentine. And of course, the Center for Connection and Collaboration. Thank you so much. And we got the link right there. If y'all want to sign up for that performance with the Poetry Cabaret Collective, it's going to be a very good time. Alrighty. Yes, indeed. No, that's excellent. All right. Thank you. Okay. Sovereign Kava in the house, in the building, in the Sovereign Kava. Y'all make some noise. Take off your socks.
Hey, Caleb, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Yep, just a little while. Yeah, that's right. I think we may have some sort of announcement
again, thank you
coming
for all
up
you and
very
Morgan do to
soon.
keep the open
Yeah.
mic alive and vibrant and going. And tonight I have a special guest, Lowell. Lowell, everybody.
Lowell, everybody! Woo!
Roses are red, violets are blue. You can fuck right off and your little dog too. My mama's married ever since she's 9. She may be married, she's not blind. Won't you tell me, Dad, when it's time? I can be your love, but I'm no St. Valentine. I'm the only boss of me. It's lonely up here on the tallest peak. I'll die with wine in my cup. Come on, my leg, 'cause I'll be screaming your name while the earth's all splits in two. I'll do it in spite of you. I want that good in spite of you. I'll do it in spite of you. I got chop cauliflower, drove one-handed to the old at the ER. They're hecting asking who's gonna cover my shift, so I quit. I got done because I couldn't eat crow. I did my best was a shit show. 6 months passed, she asked can we fuck, that's my luck. I was stoned, too stoned, hearing voices, fetal position, question all my choices. Not even my dog wants to lay on the bed. Am I dead? Well, the moon gets full, the moon gets flat. Things change, they don't change back. You like me now, why not then? I miss my lovers, I miss my friends. Swore I'd never write a song with O's. Swore the last one was the last one about her. Swore I'd never write a song with O's. If you need some exits, I got those. I got teeth, bad teeth, stop and rotten. Went to the dentist, dentist was a con man. I have trouble brushing, I fall on my sword. I get bored. I got sisters, they got kids, husbands, houses. I got half a peck and an eighth of an ounce. I can't look anybody in the eye, 'cause I lie. Say everything will be alright, everything will be okay. It'll get easier a little more every day. I don't mind, you didn't make me come. I'll take crumbs. Well, the moon gets full, the moon gets flat. Things change, they don't change back. You like me now, why not then? I miss my lovers, I miss my friends. Swore I'd never write a song with O's. Swore the last one was the last one about her. Swore I'd never write a song with O's. But oh, 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 oh. Moon gets thin, the moon gets thick. Even too much of nothing makes a poor boy sick. Moon gets full, moon gets flat. Everywhere you go, it's another
swore I'd never write this song. I've been waiting for too long. This song is about my dead friend. It could be about your dead friend too. Should have written, I should have called. I've been living on borrowed time, talking to demons that weren't mine. I've been living on borrowed time. I should have died several times by now, son. You were with me for some. Son, you were with me for some. I should have written, I should have called. I'd pick you up even though you were taller than me. Find it hiding in the bathroom stall. Out in the desert, there's no last call. You'd say there's no last call. I guess it came after all. Three together sleeping on a pull-out bed. I'd get so drunk I forget what you said. Singing, shouting, saying, let's have fun. The words got blurry, I know you meant everyone. And didn't you, son? I know you meant everyone. I've been living on borrowed time. I should have died several times by now, son. You were with me for some. Son, you were with me for some. Could have written, I could have called. Should have told you I quit alcohol. You'd say there's no last call. I guess it came after all. You were with me for some. Son, your life was set in sun. Woo! Lowell.
Hello, Wolf, everybody. How was that? I got one song, Caleb, and then back to you. Here we go. Crazy life, living without you inside this house. Seems the windows finally open, letting the memories out. Don't run in love her forever. I will not tell her I told you to. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Loving's fools, loving's fools. Maybe you find me walking the garden, looking for something pure. Roots that have grown deeper and deeper. Maybe you're falling too. But go on and leave here forever. I cannot make you do what you do. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Loving's fools, loving's fools. Thank you, Caleb. I needed that.
Thank you, Chris Medrano.
Thank you, Caleb. You have a good night. Open micers, mic safe, use protection if necessary, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Sounds good. Y'all give it up one more time for Chris Medrano and Lowell and everybody at Sovereign Kava. Thank you.
Everybody at Kava.
love y'all. Woo! I'll see y'all real soon, all right? Indeed. That's right. Sovereign Kava for you there. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight is Poetry Open Mic Asheville, coming at you live from Asheville, North Carolina. Be sure and check out the Lactones at Sovereign Kava this Friday night at 8 p.m. We hope to see you all there. It's going to be a really fun time. We're glad to be bringing live entertainment back to the bar again. So thanks for riding with us, keeping up with us, and we appreciate your loyal support. Thank you also, everyone, for the comments. We'd love to see the comments rolling in here. Thank you so much, Sovereign, and everyone else. It's really fantastic to hear from our audience out there. No, we're not alone. You're not alone. That's right. All right. And of course, as always, thanks to our technical director, Morgan Beissert, working hard behind the scenes here to get everyone connected and keep the gears turning. We're gonna keep rocking here with some open mic for you. We got Josh coming up next on the mic. Put your hands together for Josh. Hello, Josh. Good evening. We unmute that. Is that on ends? And
there we go. Now we got Mike. Yeah, I'm glad to be here amongst all these wonderful talents.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Where are you joining us from tonight?
Well, this will be my bedroom, which is the best place to read poetry, from the comfort of your own home, with all the beer and whiskey you can drink.
Exactly. Yes. Very, very casual and intimate setting. I love it. Very good. All right. So Josh from his bedroom tonight, to you, wherever you are in the world, you bring some poems. What'd you bring for us tonight, Josh?
Well, I've been writing for a great long while. I kind of cut my teeth at Bean Streets. I'm sure some people remember Bean Streets. Yeah.
I don't remember Bean Streets. It was before my time, but I've heard of it. It's legendary here in Asheville. So cool. It's good to have someone on the mic who was part of that scene. You know, we're just following in the footsteps here with this open mic.
Well, you're doing a great job, and
thank you.
Carrying it for over a decade. That's dedication. To the actual heart of Asheville and to the creative inspiration that is the Appalachian Mountains, and I appreciate to be a part of it.
Well, absolutely, thank you. Indeed, glad to be here. And glad to be doing it. And I agree with all that. Thank you. Well, Josh, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you brought some poems. I say we go ahead and turn it over to you and hear those poems. We'll sit back and enjoy.
Thank you much. I have some words on some paper, and I shall just read what is there.
All right, give it up for Josh, y'all.
Once past all of the press and twice lost all of the greedy want. After that, with what just are you left? To multiply by zero once and again, to wipe the slate clean, that the children may roam from scribbling. I'm not going to go insane. I'm not going to go anywhere I've not been, only that I might feel like the first time. Only that I might breathe once again, to be able to expire, to inspire, to expire, to end, and take another bite of to burn away all of the bits of the fuel that the Father in heaven laid down inside of the Mother of Earth, through the eternal canal of green birth and death for my only teeth. That has, and long whole while, will chewing into the mandible pulpy pulp. Then that there is a water behind all of the innocent push, the wet wet cleanser that you couldn't live very long without. Don't take my piss. Don't touch my shit. Be plain. Speak English. Falling, I'm falling fast into the arms spread wide, into the wind, in my hair and over my bare chest, and I'm falling fast, only that nothing seems to be moving, only that I've nothing to relate, only that nothing is moving, only that I'm falling fast. The stirring of insides when I think, the screaming of phantom flying blackbirds pulling out my hair, one by word at word for the time, falling through the slow motion illusion of standing still. Feel the float of weightlessness, for all of the weight of the host is free for the fall. And I see below me, after the dark, thick clouds over you, I don't know how I got here. I don't know exactly how I got here, only that I can remember just following the road to nowhere, losing all track of days I'm supposed to care. I don't follow the road of nowhere, losing all track of days I'm supposed to care. I don't care at all. I don't give enough respect to get off the slave of your dollar that I might give it all away, that I might forget what rain really feels like. I guess I'll read one more. Painfully so. You just wouldn't believe it. And I've got to do is play one round eyeball game, and then you'll know. Yet as it stands, I sit. I find that impossible, or not so yet impossible, just so darn difficult to be fished for while I'm fishing for my own colt. My obsession with this cast, I'm baitable. I'm not just bait. I want to know, at least, the impasse. You must walk through the death to get to the impasse. It's easy to laugh off your neighbor's shortcomings, yet think to yourself, self, what feels to me like death, fear, and paralysis? Answer that question. Really to find an answer for yourself, and only you will know when she sees you, but you will know. Then say to yourself, self, this isn't real. It's only an impasse. It's an impossibility. Then to walk forward amid all of the hailstorm and ton of past associations with things and itself. Then maybe you can understand. When there is no one else and you are truly alone. Put up, shut up, kid. This ain't no game, huh? Isn't? Yeah, the games can burn or elate. Ever been the best bad of chaos? I mean, devastation and tried evermore when you're opposite, your opponent. The opponent's got your three moves the whole time, set before a master at the amateur, just playing round with desire. No money game. I know when I'm beat. Games of strategy turn my head every time. Put up or shut up, kid. Yet I want to play just for fun. And I've won a few hands, a couple of apples, a couple of rounds like white grapefruit aren't really white, they're green. Only that the juice is clear. It's clear white, pure, clear, white, light. Kind of a yellow gold. And a roll down the tart, sweet side of my tongue. Yeah, pulling up, putting up, shutting up, young'un. That ain't no game. Thank you.
And thank you, Josh. Cool stuff, man. Thanks so much for joining in, and hope to see you again, and maybe come by the in person sometime too, and yeah, it's nice to connect with you.
Yeah, I would like that. Thank you, Caleb. It's an honor.
Likewise, the honor's ours. Everybody out there, please give it up one more time for Josh. Thanks, Josh. We'll see you soon. Incredible. Yes. Loving it. It's been a great open mic tonight. So many good writers, so many good people with us. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing on this this virtual mic tonight. We really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Let's see. I think it's last call for performers. Let's see if we have anyone else real quick. Anyone else from Sovereign? Kevin, maybe not. Emilio. Who else are we missing? We have Lee. Sabina. Anyway, we have a bunch of people signed up. If you signed up for a spot, follow that performer link. It should be in your inbox, and it's on the screen right there. And join in now. We'll give y'all a minute or two to join the broadcast. Get it while the getting's good, though. And if anyone else wants to sign in, we got a few extra minutes if ever anyone wants to share on the mic. Otherwise, I'll close things out with some poems. I do want to remind everyone about the Lactone show coming up this Friday at the Sovereign Kava bar. So that'll be Friday at 8 p.m. It's going to be a good time. Please come out for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We also, we got more ASHEViLLE Fringe Festival coming up in March. Be sure and check that out. That is an awesome Fringe Festival. Lots of good stuff, including spoken word, and just really spans the gamut there. Also, you can sign up and find out more information about Poetry Open Mic ASHEViLLE in the Poetry Open Mic ABL group on Facebook every week. Our theme music's by the Kava Lactones, who are playing at the bar this Friday. Our technical director is Morgan Beissert. We really appreciate him. And we also want to wanted to mention the Center for Connection and Creativity event coming up. That's going to be really fantastic on February 26th. We got the link for that posted, and you should definitely check it out and participate if you can. It will be in person and on Zoom, so you can join in from anywhere. You don't have to be here in ASHEViLLE for that. It's going to be a really good time. Also, I want to let y'all know that submissions are now open for Redheaded Stepchild magazine. That is a magazine that I co-edit with Malika King Albrecht and Rob Vance here out of North Carolina, and it is an online magazine. We take submissions from anyone from wherever you are. The only catch is the poems must have been rejected by other magazines first, because we like to show that a lot of good work doesn't make the first cut. So check out redheadedmag.com. Anyway, it looks like we do have an Emilio joining us all the way in Chicago, Illinois tonight. Let's see if we can beam in Emilio Maldonado for a little poetry fun for y'all. It's been a minute. It's good to see Emilio connected. Y'all gonna have to make some fucking noise, though. I can tell you that. Give it up, give it up, give it up! Emilio!
How you doing?
What's up? How you doing, man?
So
welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to Asheville, Chicago, to Asheville, right here.
Been a while,
Emilio, you're cruising in the neighborhood.
I'm on my way home.
Good.
We just had a huge snowstorm.
Another one.
Yeah, well, last night to today, here, I'll give you a little. This is kind of almost across the street from my place.
Whoa. All right, that's a lot of snow, yeah.
This is the car next to me. Yeah. This is the ice I was able to get rid of.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure that took some work, too.
You know, so here's a little, I get some good-natured shit for it. That's not true. That's not true. Nobody cares. But I tell everybody who wants to hear, which is kind of like, unfortunately, since I'm really fucking loud, that means everybody who's around me.
Yeah.
Fucking broom.
Fucking broom. That's your secret?
You have any idea how good this shit is compared to like a
yeah, man. You don't get your hands all freezing cold, man. This fucking.
It's. I can clean off almost my entire car standing in one spot. Versus like having to walk around all that fucking snow and slush and ice and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, don't even bother with the credit card or whatever, you know. Just
well, ice is different. Ice you do need something else for. But when you got all this fucking snow and shit, boom, 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 boom. Let the car warm up. Let the fucking defrost do its shit. This car is clean compared to like this car next to me.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
That's how it's done right there.
Anyway.
Right
Yeah.
From the expert.
Oh, I don't know about no expert, man. No. Really true. My whole fucking life growing up in Chicago, I would see somebody doing it, and I'd be like, man, but they ain't got no money. Fucking go buy them like one of them fucking scrapers. Like, only like, $4, $3, whatever.
Right.
And it was literally mine. I didn't have mine. I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? And I was living in Humboldt Park, and a lot of people over there just like, they got their own, they got brooms. And I was like, oh, wait, fuck it. Let me run upstairs, grabbed it. I'm like, what took me so long? So this is not an expert. This is monkey see, monkey should have.
Right. Hey, sometimes that's how lessons are learned in life.
Yeah, man. But
anyway, man, how are you feeling? I know last time you were supposed to join us, you were in the hospital or something,
man.
and I apologize. I was giving you a bunch of shit for not joining us live from the ER.
No, I mean, I thought that was like good-natured shit. Yeah, no, man. No, I thought that was all.
I was like, I don't give a fuck. You're injured, man. You better still spit some poetry with us.
Seriously, if I would have been in a room, I would have been doing the poems. But I was in the waiting area.
Right.
And I was like next to some like little kid in a wheelchair. I'm like, all right, I don't want to start doing that.
You can't. You're like, I don't have any poems I can do in this.
Well, I don't have any poems right now, and I was in a lot of fucking pain, man.
I believe it, man.
Would be like, because like I could literally only sit on my right cheek, and it would have been like, hey, what's up, man? Blah 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 poem.
I still think it would have been cool.
Oh no.
For the record.
Are you kidding? I wanted to do it. I just didn't have the logistics.
I was surprised, honestly, because it wouldn't have been the first time you joined us from a hospital.
That's right.
So, yeah.
I showed up during a sleep study.
Yeah, I know.
What I
you had to whisper all your poems into the phone.
No, see, this time I was alone in the room. Hey, let me ask you this, though. When I did that sleep study, did I already have the electrodes on my head?
Nah, not yet.
Damn it, that would have been a fucking good visual.
I know, that would have been.
Because, I mean, like when you do a sleep study, it's like literally like 35 wires on your fucking skull.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it. We'll plan it out next time. Make sure we get that.
Yeah, next sleep study.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, no,
anyway.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. Shit, dude. Well, things are plugging along here in Asheville.
Yeah, tell me.
We've been doing our thing. You know how it's going. Look at us. We're virtual again.
Yeah.
But I think we're going back to in person very soon.
Good.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to get up, man. But Shit. I know you got
Yo,
some poems for
I
us.
want to make a drive down there. Maybe in March.
Yeah.
Come down and hang out. Do
Let's figure something out, man.
some stuff because I just don't want to drive in the snow. I already drove in the rain down there.
That was a lot of fucking rain, dude. Like,
bro, when I was
we're talking about driving in and flooding, basically.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, that was the worst flooding we've had in 10 years. I mean,
that was late
crazy.
August, right? It was like there was almost nobody in town because everyone was like, well, we can't drive into town because there's a new lake there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I talked to some friends after that. I actually had a good buddy who's like his home and his family's home got totally washed away in that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's just it's incredible, man. I mean,
remember how close we were watching that shit rise? Well, actually, wait. Of course you remember. You were the only one noticing it.
I know. I was like, hey guys.
Loud.
Hey guys. You're like, have another drink.
Yeah, you were like,
I don't
hey,
know.
wow, I've never seen it like
the water's getting kind of close.
Yeah, and I'm like fucking Asheville explaining you. I'm like, no, my host assured me, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
See how we're up here, this and that, natural floodplain, like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, man.
Like, guys, I don't think we can get out of here now.
I know you said that.
I hope you got more whiskey because we're stuck for a while.
which it wasn't.
You
whiskey
did, to be
fair.
fair.
I brought the tequila. Remember?
Oh, I remember. Parts
The big bottle of tequila and old style.
Tequila. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that fucking Mexican brandy.
Oh
Jeez,
yeah.
God.
That's the good stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
one way
I'm
to say
trying
it.
not to drive down there in a snowstorm next time. Like, I get enough of that here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, the weather's so crazy these days. This is really the first proper winter we've had in several years.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we got a dusting like the past few years, but we didn't get proper snow. And usually, like, when I first started living here, every winter it'd be cold as hell, and we'd have snow for like several weeks each winter.
I remember you were telling me I think it was during like one of the fringes that the whole town got like iced over or something. Like it was an ice.
Yeah. Man, yeah, that was fucked up, man. That's when Charlie was coming to perform. Charlie Raw, big shout out. Man, poor Charlie got stuck in the Atlanta airport for like 24 hours, man. He could not. They canceled all the flights going into Asheville, and then all our performances got canceled. It was awful, We were doing this big production, and
I remember
you got
this.
people flying in. You losing a ton of money and stuff. So yeah, the snow can really fuck some stuff up for sure. Even though it's pretty.
Sure enough on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Faux show. But what's been up with you, man? You've been writing some new shit?
I've got some new stuff. I've been inspired. And just what I've been doing in the winter, there haven't really been as many poetry open mics going on as there were in the summer because like people were trying to do like we want a lot of people like you understand this, but the venue's maybe not big enough for it. So a lot of places were trying to do it like in a patio or in a backyard or something like that. And it was cool, but there haven't been as many opportunities to read. So but I pretty much for my friend Susie. Susie. Remember Susie?
Oh yeah, Susie, big shout out. Yeah,
she's in Chicago right now for
cool.
next month and a half. Well, next month for the next month. And and her and I were talking last night. She was saying that I didn't even realize the math, but my increase in writing coincided with the whole quarantine. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean it started beforehand, but
yeah.
I think, the legs on that definitely were fueled by, this whole shit we've been going through. Yeah. And so, I just continue to be able to have opportunities to to just encounter other artists and other cool people. But honestly, like my main reading outlet has been like, being out and like at a bar maybe, and like, having a smoke outside and like, hey, you mind if I read you something?
Yeah.
And it's been like a lot of these like one-on-one or one-on a few readings.
That's like a real life reading though, man. That's like fucking cool,
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
if some random dude at a bar wants to read me a poem, it's usually worth
yeah, right.
It
might be something.
I mean,
at least it'll be an experience.
It might go horribly wrong, but
It's like, hey man,
when someone offers me poetry, I usually take it.
Right, and and for the most part, I've been doing it like like carefully, like someone looks like they might be down versus like, hey buddy, like I haven't been doing it like that,
Hey,
Although let me tell on myself. Years ago, at the main bar I like to hang out at, I did something. I was like reading to someone, and the bartender came over and she gave me some shit. She's just like, "Are you reading poetry to another young woman again?" And she like,
you got called out.
And I was just like, I had this like, I totally blushed, and I had a big smile. Like, she read to me first, okay?
Let's get it straight.
Like, wait a minute. But yeah, I am. You want to listen?
But yeah.
You want to listen or what?
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Anyhow, that's cool. Well, are you gonna read some to us?
I definitely have one I want to definitely read, and then I got to look around for the others. But it's queued up here. I got it.
All right.
This is a. You know what? I may have read this. Oh no, hell no! This wasn't read when I was there. This is since I last saw you.
All right. We'll turn it over to you.
All right, brother.
Everybody, make some fucking
noise. Do me a big favor, Caleb. Do me a big favor. Do the in between screen real quick. I got to do something.
Jesus.
Please.
What's the in between screen?
This one.
Anyway, you're tuned into Poetry Open. Oops. Oh shit. Sorry. Poetry Open Mic ASHEViLLE. Coming at you live from Asheville, North Carolina. Big shout out to our sponsor, Sovereign Kava. We know you love us. That's right. We know you love us. Anyway, yes, Sovereign Kava, I will say, does have lots of CBD and Delta 8 and 10 and different Delta products for sale. So check them out over there. We love your support and the business and all that good stuff as well. So keep checking us out here each and every Wednesday night for more Poetry Open Mic ASHEViLLE. All right. I think Emilio is fired up and ready to go here. Yay!
That's a clever thing you just did. I see it.
Hey!
Morgan?
Always. We can't forget Morgan. Get in here. Morgan, our technical director, is shaking his head.
Look,
big love.
Complete the heart with me. Complete the heart with me.
It's like, can we do that? No, we can't. Well, we just did. All right. All right. We love y'all. All right. Poems. Everybody make some fucking noise for Emilio fucking Maldonado. Give it up! Spit poet!
Hi to everybody else in Nashville, at the Sovereign. Big hearts, big love to all of y'all. Here it is. This is called Proper Julia. I didn't see it coming. I swear to God, the way you started this song, I'm really not here to fall in stupid anymore. I literally feel my shoulders slumping, sagging. No jodas, universo. No jodas. Yo nomás quería conocer a new friend, maybe, man. Pero this is the real Petite Mort. This is waking up like fucking like you stop reaching for someone. Dumb deep in your bones, you know you're alone and on your own. And you ask yourself, some shithole magic land of an apartment, when you fingered your first love and you let your true love go, where the sound was really fucking good. Where did I go? Where have I gone? My shoulders sag again. DNA memories yearn for home. The sound of your voice, the sound of your ache. Oh, the sound of your soul. I think that's what it is. Elbows get impressions deep from the bar when you're stoned and a little drunk and you can't stop leaning forward. Somehow, though, we find our way home. All right, that's one. Here's an old one I haven't done in a while. I can't let go. Run out of string. No more dream catching now. I'd love numbness. I'm a mass of scars. Most of my own doing, my own choosing. My stories get written differently now. I want a happy ending. Laying down dragon, the 300-year-old tree greeted me with long time no see or welcome back. I forget too many good relatable details. Several different neighborhoods traversed ago, I scolded the motherfucker with the gun to make up his mind. Mexican line cooks pidiendo calma and making me feel like a dumbass for trying to fight the windmills on the old Maxwell Street after 4 o'clock in the morning. Eye contact. Here I froze. The look you gave me. The look you give me. Aquellos ojos verdes. Well, not verdes per se, but you might be the only person I'm afraid of. I certainly hated you more than anyone else in the last 10 years. My blood's up. All right. This is the last one I'll do. Sometimes somebody else made a piece of music or a piece of art or a film that serves as a love letter that you can use for someone you haven't met, or someone that's just going to come along, or someone that's been around, or someone who used to be in but wasn't and is now and is out and is dancing and playing fucking scotch or parcheesi or fucking Yahtzee or going tap dancing on other people's. Strings of lives and pearls and strings of strings and string theory. And then it's just Adam Levine with a new beard and people are going, that's awesome, or that's ridiculous. And you know it's just 2099 and 1934 and groans and azure or teal or sea green and coral reefs. Just they're doing the thing. And it doesn't matter how many broken hearts you had or how many times you stubbed your fucking toe, took your toys and went home, didn't get no jelly in your donut. How many times you decided to play drums and all you could muster was spoons. But stars are stars and kids, they got bars. Squads roll deep. Whiskey shouldn't but can be sour. Corona is almost an embarrassing summer. Spotlights like to warm a room, sweat a brow, illuminate late night thoughts, illuminate indistractable moments of shadow and that glisten shit that happens with eyes. And then there's candles and a neckline. And we can't even talk about that shit that much.
That's Emilio Maldonado, y'all. Good stuff, man. You know I like that last one. I like the new one too, man. Cool
Thanks,
stuff. Yeah, man, you have been writing.
I'll send you
It's
that.
fucking awesome.
I got a
Please
lot
do.
more, but it's like honestly, I didn't expect to make it home, so I just like let me see what I can do. I haven't done this in a long time. Been wanting to, so.
Well, I'm glad you pulled over and we know you're double parked, so we'll let you go, man.
Yeah, brother.
But you know, thanks for dropping by and sharing the work,
it's not an
man.
emergency room, but I'm doing the best I can with what I got.
You made it, man. Just
I gotta
pull over and
work
read
with
some
this guy.
poetry.
This is the talent I gotta work with, you know? Fucking unreliable. Always shows up fucking with some excuse. Anyway.
Hey.
I am what I am.
So it is.
Yeah. I love you, man.
Love you too, Emilio.
Big love
Thanks
to
for coming
everybody.
by.
Shout out to Low. I missed the performance, but I will definitely catch it on the replay.
Definitely. It's up there. Check it out. YouTube, Facebook. And
big hugs to Max, Aaron.
All the guys.
All the cats at the shop.
We'll be playing this Friday.
Medrano, Boricua.
That's right. He's down there. He says what's up.
Yeah.
What's
the dude? Sin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember him
too.
Good
Sin,
people.
man.
Got a lot of
King
good
Artisan.
People. Got a lot of good peoples over there, yeah.
Thanks for the shout outs, man. We all appreciate it. Much love, Emilio. And we hope to see you again real soon, buddy.
I'm going to go get dry and warm.
All right. Sounds good, man. Enjoy. Love you too, everyone. Give it up for Emilio Maldonado. All the way from the street in Chicago, Illinois tonight. That's right. Very good. All right. Woo! It has been a fun night. Thank you for joining us for another great edition of Poetry Open Mic Asheville. All right. I'm going to close things out with some poems. Thanks for joining us. Again, check out the Lactone Show on Friday at the bar. And just check out Sovereign Kava in general. They're good people, and they got good drinks to go around. And thank you, everyone who commented tonight. We got a bunch of comments here for Emilio. Y'all keep them coming. We really appreciate all the support and everyone who supports this thing each and every week. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who's made this possible, you know, especially Morgan Beissert, Sovereign Kava, and you, everyone who's participated, everyone who's watched the show, everyone who's commented and liked and supported us in any way. We really appreciate it. It's certainly been a challenging few years, but it's been a really special open mic for me and a lot of other people here in Asheville, and we wanted to keep it going for y'all. And it's been challenging. We've learned a lot, and but above all, we've kept the vibe alive, and we're gonna keep it going for y'all in the future. So anyway, stay up with us. Poetry Open Mic Asheville. The big announcement tonight is that we will be making a big announcement. So stay tuned. We love y'all. Thanks for the support, always. This is a poem I wrote based on an alchemical manuscript with a diagram in it. Maybe some of y'all can relate. This is called Device for Distilling Lunar Humidity. Happy New Moon. A crucible holds flesh-like water through which astral salt filters universe mercury, salt of metals from this aqua viscose, vegetables, animals, minerals, sustained by dew of the stars, at their cores infused by lunar and solar moisture, crafted of earth and spirit, lightning echoes in little jars and gallery walls, this elusive essence. Robbed of this, they suffocate and decay. What eyes can't see, these tools will render. In alembic flashes, purple dust of fermented thought walk across this grass to the threshold of forest and time. The old book contained a diagram for an apparatus to attract lunar humidity, collected through a cone connected through curcubits, distilling the fine dew into essence of the moon and all dark winter nights included. The alchemist in seas of loneliness, his deep contemplation of leaves on balconies over cobblestone streets that end in forest. Blue lutes droned from somewhere under the moon. The humidity visible on the breath of every animal, on each path guided by moonlight from ravines and cliffs, poured onto roads and windswept miles, pouring rivers that pour dreams into ears. Moonbeams touch the warm temples of the sleeping one, learning a new alphabet in dreams, with the unknown speaking in dialects unknown, turning into different form. Nothing can be captured, only changed, as we change, constant, like the turning of dew into vapor and back again, splitting self into patterns of blood, gold, cinnabar, subliming mercury, brimstone, quicksilver, vermilion of the mountains of the moon, radiating like water feather down, descending on the morning grass, as breath rises from those that breathe. Winter sky, deep red night. The droplets collect in the jars as the alchemist recalibrates the apparatus. Lost Scene. After Federico Garcia Lorca, Granada, 1918. For years, I've searched for the tunnel back to the poet's time, where we drink vino tinto, listen to warm piano and the cantaores, to speak of revolution, the ever-revolution, to sit at tables and smoke. Nobody lives long here. Friends share their poems. Quick laughter, camaraderie tight, but gone just like that. Each friend alone is death. Death runs this region. Upon long red roads, courses through trunks and branches that reach, racked with life, the mountainsides. Even in winter, the trees are alive. Even in Andalusia, the killing ground, there is green. Even after leaves have wept to the earth, stormy midnight without lanterns, the only sound, the culverin fire. Oh, death, take me there. For one drop of that vintage, one word from the living poet. The wine is emptied, cigar musk faded, the lamp wicks charred. The visionaries have gone insane or been murdered. Bodies drying in the long red roads, scorched in soil, etched in clay. Cats in Lorca's garden. Huerta de San Vicente, Granada, 2013. Grand sweep of park. Apartments rise, surround pomegranate trees, beer cans, benches, flies, and cats sleeping in the bushes, empty waste bins, and ledges of a home where family never can return. A fountain with a small ordinance of swans, pear trees, weeping lilacs, stale roads also rise, their constant ocean wind. Ode to Cordoba. A woman watches from the bridge. Birds rise in waves from river at sunset. In river dwellings no longer used by people, belong to the pigeons. Cries from a violin remember songs that echoed in your Grand Mesquita, the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Assumption. Your Alcazar standing fast, your foot-worn steps around little fountains when there was peace. Yellow paper. Snow covers the midday in silence. Alone, between spaces, in the atoms that make us, we hold on. Nothing dies like tomorrow, when shadows crawl across the mountains, breaths of fire part ocean, solace, and that we can never finish, before the mind is gone and mushrooms and grasses grow us into the children we never had, climb trees, make clover necklaces. Places look strange and familiar, and we awaken and call out from our beds. Earth shakes and moans under the weight. Great flocks of birds escape over our heads, landing in that country field where lost balloons end up, like hopes we forgot. Memories turn yellow like the paper we write on. What remains is holding that fills the spaces. Hunting deaths. There are words beyond dreams up the hill, where the sun sinks in the cemetery, rags of smoke on sky. Today, gray winter's goodbye mark the end where warm electric beaches fall apart the jagged slope. Find mountains in the smoke, little outpost miles away pushing obscurity, huge-ass truck on a dirt road. The rivers came here first. Then, a long time later, two guys looking for waterfalls. Those were original. I'm going to close out with some cover poems. Thanks for being here tonight. This is Skunk Hour by Robert Lowell. I'll do my best with this. This is for Elizabeth Bishop. Nautilus Island's hermit heiress still lives through winter in her Spartan cottage. Her sheep still graze above the sea. Her son's a bishop. Her farmer's first selectman in our village. She's in her dotage. Thirsting for hierarchic privacy of Queen Victoria's century, she buys up all the eyesores facing her shore and lets them fall. The season's ill. We've lost our summer millionaire, who seemed to leap from an LL Bean catalog. His 9-knot yawl was auctioned off to lobstermen. A red fox stain covers Blue Hill. And now our fairy decorator brightens his shop for fall. His fishnets filled with orange cork, orange, his cobbler's bench and all. There's no money in his work, he'd rather marry. One dark night, my tutor Ford climbed the hill's skull. I watched for love cars, lights turned down. They lay together hall to hall, where the graveyard shelves on the town. My mind's not right. A car radio bleats, love, oh careless love. I hear my ill spirit sob in each blood cell, as if my hand were at its throat. I myself am hell. Nobody's here. Only skunks that search in the moonlight for a bite to eat. They march on their souls up Main Street. White stripes, moonstruck eyes, red fire under the chalk dry and spire of the Trinitarian Church. I stand on top of our back steps and breathe the rich air. A mother skunk with her column of kittens swills the garbage pail. She jabs her wedge head in a cup of sour cream, drops her ostrich tail, and will not scare. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch as woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there's some mistake. The only other sound's the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. The Ball Poem by John Berryman. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning, well behind his desperate eyes, the epistemology of loss. How to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days. How to stand up, and gradually light returns to the street. A whistle blows. The ball is out of sight. Soon part of me will explore the dark and deep floor of the harbor. I am everywhere. I suffer and move. My mind and my heart move with all that move me under the water or whistling, I am not a little boy. For What Binds Us by Jane Hirshfield. There are names for what binds us. Strong forces, weak forces. Look around. You can see them. The skin that forms in a half-empty cup. Nails rusting into the places they join. Joints dovetailed on their own weight. The way things stay so solidly, wherever they've been set down. And gravity, scientists say, is weak. And see how the flesh grows back across a wound with great vehemence, more strong than the simple, untested surface before. There's a name for it on horses when it comes back darker and raised. Proud flesh, as all flesh is proud of its wounds. Wears them as honors given out after battle, small triumphs pinned to the chest. And when two people have loved each other, see how it is like a scar between their bodies, stronger, darker, and proud. How the black cord makes of them a single fabric that nothing can tear or mend. The Sound of It by W.S. Merwin. The rain stopped. You never hear it stop. Then the dripping from the trees. And then, how could anyone hear it not falling, not arriving, and then not arriving? Other things must be happening that way, unheard, all around us. You never hear the dog stop barking, whether you are listening or not. We hear things start up and go on, calling and shrieking and singing, saying hello, saying goodbye, but not stopping. Is that the way it is? Is there no sound of stopping? And no sound to the stopping of stopping. And then no sound without stopping. Thanks for being here tonight for open mic. We really appreciate everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate the comments too. Y'all check us out again next time. Keep us up with the poetry open mic. ASHEViLLE group on Facebook. We love y'all. Some roomie to take with you. I'll take care. Be safe. Much love. A ripe fig. Now that you live in my chest, anywhere we sit is a mountaintop. Those other images which entice people, like porcelain dolls from China, which have made men and women weep for centuries. Even those are changing now. What used to be pain is a lovely bench where we rest under the roses. A left hand has become a right, a dark wall, a window, a cushion and a shoe heel, the leader of the assembly. Intelligence and silence. What we say is poison to some and nourishing to others. What we say is a ripe fig, but not all birds that fly eat figs. I think we might have a special guest for you this evening. Someone who's been an incredible part of the poetry scene here in ASHEViLLE for many, many years. And who we all love and we appreciate. And had a birthday this past week. Oh, we all had a birthday this past week. Did you have a birthday? We should all have birthdays more often, I think. So, we're gonna bring out our last poet of the night here. Do we have a special guest? Is he ready to spit some poems? Some get the fuck out of here! Yeah! Make it up! Ladies and gentlemen of the world, please welcome the great poet, Mr. Kevin Evans! Give it up! Woo!
Good evening, y'all. I'm just coming through to holler at my buddy and also holler at y'all. So I'm gonna start off with a little blues harp, key of F, because I just found it the other week. And then we're just gonna go with it. I don't have any material with me. I could do some stuff off my head, but we'll see what happens with that. as the love you give sifts through hourglass sands broken. Remember, you can always make your own beach. Somewhere off into the high highlands of heavens and peace, where no shadows are bothering, nothing is harming, and slobbering beasts are not at the end of your reach. And even in a crazy world with ghouls, goblins, and everything that rips and bleeds, you still can find peace, and you can still find love, even in the middle of all that chaos that is all of us. And somehow, as we wound down for the evening, it made more sense as we broke bread together at the same table, as we read these ancient fables and anecdotes, as we took all these beautiful, brilliant notes of how to fail brilliantly at our best and highest peak. We then realized life was not just about our accomplishments, our punishments, our sins, and our gifts. It was about the natural essence. When you peel all of these layers of skin back, and then we're reassembled intact. That cracked egg brain and spirit that is you and us. But trust, at the end of the day, you have many roads to fork upon, many plates to break and break bread upon. But we have to fight to see the best in ourselves and others and humanity. And only then will we find peace in the middle of all the breaking, shaking, quaking. But we won't and can't give up until there's nothing left to touch. And in the end, it all screams love. Love. And somewhere at home, where all your wild cats and wild horses roam, and wild dogs howl, all to the same tone. You can sleep at peace upon that thing that is your stone, and it'll feel like summertime, even in February. And you are love, and you are loved. Thank you.
And you are loved. Yeah, that's right.
That was so amazing.
Right.
You went to the edge.
That's Kevin Evans, y'all. I don't think I can leave it any better than that. So I think we're gonna leave it there for tonight. But yeah. Thank you for stopping by, Kevin. That's fucking amazing. Yeah. Incredible. Totally. Thanks everyone for checking out Poetry Open Mic Asheville. We're here for you each and every week. In Asheville. Check us out, Poetry Open Mic ABL. Somewhere. George Terry? Oh yeah, definitely. Big shout out. Big shout out to George Terry. No, we had somebody from Bean Streets earlier. You used to go to Bean Streets, right? Dude, so you cut your teeth at Bean Streets too. Incredible place, man. That's what I said. I'm like, we were just following in the footsteps, man. Bean Streets in the house tonight, all the way. I love it. Old School Asheville. Big shout out to Old School Asheville. We love Old School Asheville. Alright, cool. We're gonna wrap this up here. We got a shit ton of comments for Kevin and everybody else. Thank you so much for the comments here. We'll make sure we hit the comments. Keep the comments flowing. We really appreciate all the support always. Please keep supporting Poetry Open Mic AVL. Now Asheville's longest running open mic. Going on 11 years. 11 plus years now. And keeping it going. We'll be back at the Kava bar real soon for y'all. Check out the Lactones on Friday. We might even have a sit-in from Kevin Evans coming at you. So y'all definitely check it out. It's going to be a fun time. We love each and every one of y'all. And, cool. So we got a few Bean Streets people in the house tonight, man. I love it. Big shout out to Bean Streets. Thank you for doing what y'all did way back then so that we can do what we do now. And, keep it going. Keep the love going. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all next time. Take this feeling we created here tonight, take it out in the world, and do something good with it. See you next time. It's Poetry Over My Gospel. I'm Caleb Beissert, your host. Our technical director is Morgan Beissert. Our sponsor is Sovereign Kava. We'll see y'all next time. We're dealing.
Trying on hats, having a lemonade. In expressly dull times, my darling, your friends liked me more than you, I suspect. Loyalty is sometimes taken for granted. I'm gonna sit on the floor and do some caresses to the rug, get my fingers vibrating. I hide a bottle of brandy in a jacket pocket. You find strangers' lips ready and warm. I promise the phrase "you should"